All right, welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you're from. And real quick, before we get started, as always, I want to give a lovely shout out to the channel members on this channel. So thank you so much to these lovely commanders here that you see on screen. Thank you guys so much for returning. It really means a lot to me, and I wasn't planning on advertising. So thank you so much for returning. It really means a lot to me. So thank you for your generosity. And for today's video, I didn't really do much testing with Rouge when she came out. I was still in the process of coming back, and I'm still, trying to balance out university and stuff like that. But in terms of Rouge, she's really, really good. But I feel like trying to say should you pull for her? I feel like now it's just a matter of your account. Do you need more, burst ones for solo raid? Are you good? It really just matters about your account. I still think she's at least worth pulling one copy, so you can just have that extra just for solo raid. I pulled for her. I need to invest in her, and I'm probably just going to invest in her skill 1 for CDR. But she's kind of on the back burner right now just because I'm excited for Halloween. I think this is going to be the first time we're getting our own proper Halloween event, which is really cool. I'm really excited for that. It's probably going to hurt the gems a little bit because I probably want to MLB Quincy, but that's despite the fact they are going to be standard, I think, so far. I have a feeling they're going to be standard. I hope they are. That'd be awful if they weren't. But I'm excited. But for now, the tier list consensus came out for Pridewin. And there are a few websites we use here. We use Pridewin and the JP tier list for, just looking. But there's, Nikke.gg. There's Loot and Waifus by Sephi. Really check that website out. He does a lot of work for it. So do a lot of others. So check that out. But for now, we're just going to look at Pridewin and the JP tier list just for comparison's sake. So let's just get started. Let's actually put it on screen right here. And, we're over here at Pridewin. Let's just get a good look at the tier list. See the changelog. Rouge got updated, which is perfect. That's what we want to see. And then we're just going to try to find her. We're just going to try to find her in high deficit. Because that's late game story. That's a good idea for how she's going to be. And she's a burst 1. So we're going to look at the left side. Obviously, Triple S, D Killer Wife, Litter, Red Hood. Obviously just the cream of the crop. They're just goated. It's obvious. And then she's already there at SS. That's pretty damn good though. That's actually promising. That's awesome. That's cool to see. I think that's great. And she is SS across the board, which is amazing. Electric type sniper, pretty damn good. And then PvP for her is not so good. That probably has to do with her CDR, as well as it's probably her charge rate or something like that. I don't remember her kit that much. I didn't really do much testing with her, so you're gonna have to forgive me for that one. But when we go look at her, we'll look at the pros and cons real quick and just do a quick TLDR. CDR is valued everywhere except PvP. Attack and permanent attack damage buff. Yeah, synergizes with Blanc and Noir, allowing them to be separated from each other. First CDR unit that can also quote-unquote heal the team. Damage taken reduction, provides CDR with no ramp up. So, Litter has a ramp up. And this part right here is what interests me the most for Rouge. That she's really synergistic for 2B. And I want to see how that turns out. So I can't wait to see 2B teams get cooked for her. And I know Sky, he's not here right now. I think he's on vacation. So he's going to have some testing to do and a lot of theory crafting with the new characters because he left right when this update came out. And we can see the kits for Phantom and Quincy. So that's rough for him, man. Feels bad. And then I love this part. Helps us identify people with reading issue, those who type Rogue instead of Rouge. That's funny. And then this one is kind of particular because for me, I don't mind if I have to move them, but I know some people just don't care and they want to auto, which obviously, most gotchas, right? It's an auto battler. Not a lot of people want a manual, which is fine. But with her, it's to make her optimized, because of her, I forgot which skill it was, but you need to, move them over so it can trigger, because it doesn't trigger the whole team. It just triggers 2 characters next to you. So they have to be moved at least to, I think, 2 or 4 instead of in position 1. So just make sure you're aware of that. And then feels lackluster in offensive buffs when compared to Litter, D Killer Wife. Yeah, D Killer Wife and Litter are just amazing. They are. They really are top tier. And Litter, much so, just because Litter has been here since the CBT. She's been here since day 1. And she's still a GOAT. That grandma is insane. She's awesome. She was completely, I pretty much broken on release. She's an insane burst 1. There was no reason to have any other. For volume, their CDR and stuff. The Litter was just, always a GOAT. And then other than that, I mean, it's just like normal stuff, like needs 1 max ammo from a well gear to have smooth skill 1 triggers. Now, if we're talking about investing for her, I will say you'd probably want to at least get her skill 1 to 7. Honestly, what I would do if you're on a budget, which I'm probably going to be doing because I don't want to waste all my mats, is that I'm probably going to be doing skill 1 at 7 and then leaving the others at 4. I feel like unless you really need more of that max heal, you really don't need to worry about the other skill. That being said, I just focus on CDR. You know, that's her main, like, that's what you want. So I'm going to probably just invest in her skill 1 and just go with that. And then the final part. People don't like it when we laugh at them when their autocorrect turns Rouge into Rogue. Dude, I hate that. I was so scared. Every time I type it, I have to make sure I, like, look that it didn't get changed. It was so annoying. But for now, you know, let me know your guys' thoughts. You guys think this ranking is accurate? I remember, you know, I wasn't here, but I was like watching. I was like in the stands with you guys watching the whole Pridewin drama with the whole like Asuka like triple S tier stuff. That was just like dumb. Like I don't know why it became drama in my opinion. It was ridiculous. But hey, you know, that's that. For now, we're gonna actually go take a look at the JP tier list and just go from there. And honestly, I don't know, you know, sorry if like that was a flashbang. I really don't know what they're going to go for because I always say it. I personally don't like the JP tier list. It's way too clustered in my opinion. It needs to be spread out more, but we'll see. It's obviously translated, so it might have some poor translation, you know, blame Google. But in terms of evaluation, her strongest rank is S+, reroll ranking is an S, boss battles is double S, and then small battles is S+, and arena is A+, which makes sense. Now, if you think, well, A+ doesn't seem that bad, well, here's the thing. JP tier list is a little bit different because the way that it works is that it goes from SSS, SS, S+, S, A+, and A. So technically A and A+ are pretty much like C and D tier, right? So, and I think it's a little ridiculous, like, because there is some usage case for some of these characters. Like, I really think Leona should not be all the way down here because she can be really, she should not be in the same playing field as Clay. Let's be real here. Like, Clay is pretty bad. There's literally not much use for her here. So let's have characters like Viper, Diesel, like Leona. Like, that's ridiculous to me. Like, but hey, but we're gonna look, you know, she's just overall S+. So she's like pretty much here with Rapunzel, Noise, Pepper. Like, I think that's fair. But at the same time, I just think it's just like, this is too cluttered, man. It really is. It's so much just because it's like some of this doesn't really make sense to me. That's just me. And I have a little fun doing this again. It's nice coming back and slowly doing my old schedule, right? Now, I think the next video, unless ShiftUp tweets something out, I think my next video is going to be talking about what's going to be happening going forward with the channel, like what the schedule is. I'm going to try to do a little bit of videos every week, but it's not going to be daily. I think that's the one thing I want to say. Right now it's daily just because there is a lot of stuff to talk about, but I'll talk about that in the next video. So I hope you look forward to that. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this little yapping. I always have fun with you guys, so thank you for supporting me. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys have a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you're from. And as always, thank you so much for the constant support, and it feels good to be back. Take care.